All right, we're going to talk about large commercial. We'll just use easy numbers here. Let's say if we had a $12,000 large commercial project, okay? Then let's say that on this large commercial project, we have to rent a lift. Our lift costs, and again, these are just easy numbers for understanding. So let's just say our lift cost is $2,000. I'm not going to pay lift costs to my guys. So immediately you would deduct the lift costs, okay? That'll leave me with $10,000 left over. Just for easy numbers, let's say that there's 1,000 panes. Go on, divide that into 10,000. That puts us at $10 per pane. I'm going to pay the guys 30% of the $10, which is about $3 per pane. Okay. Now you put a bunch of guys on the job site. They're all going to overwork each other and blah blah blah. I hate putting guys together. I'd rather one start on one side, one start on the other, and they work towards each other, or work away from each other, or you have one guy doing uppers, one guy doing lowers. Now, if this was all ground floor, that's what it would be, $3 a window. If it was uppers and lowers, and I know $3 is cheap, let's just go with the illustration. Maybe the uppers would be, this is ladder work, be $2 per pane, and then lowers would be $1 per pane. Okay, and then I would have a total pane count of uppers. I would do that myself, and then I would have a total pane count for the lowers. So it was still all divided out accordingly. Or maybe we would do this at $2 and this one at $4. That makes more sense. So you're taking $1 away from here and putting it there. But I'm still, on average, $3 a pane. Okay, and then they take window counts of each job, and so let's say we had John, Joe, Julie. We have to stay with the J's, right? And Jackson. All right, so it's a huge job, 1,000 panes, and they're all doing route work, or they're doing houses, and they're coming in at different times. And so you have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You know, John only comes in on Monday for 3 hours, and he cleans whatever, 100 panes. Joe comes in, and he could put in 6 hours, and he only cleans 150 panes. And then Julie cleans 50 because she's only there for 2 hours, or she's playing around. Jackson, he cleans 25 because he likes to talk, and you know, maybe he was there for 2 hours as well. I'm not keeping track of these totals here, but let's see here. We got 250, 300, so that's 525 panes of glass clean on Monday. So that leaves us 475, 1,000 to clean Tuesday and Wednesday. John comes in on Tuesday. He only gives me an hour, and he cleans 50 windows. Joe comes in and he cleans 200. Maybe he's there a little bit longer. Julie, you know, she gets the lead out of her butt, and Jackson, you know, and they both clean whatever, 200 again. Looks like we're going to get it done today. And then what's that, 450? He still only cleans 25. And so based upon what they clean per day is what's going to determine their production or their price per pane. This works really good for our schools because we already got the system laid out. We make them give us a daily count on our text thread, so everybody knows what everybody else is doing, and you know, if there's any variance or disagreements or whatever, you know, we hash that out right then and there. But at the end of the day, you know, I've had them turn in, they clean 1,200 windows. Well, we know that's not possible because there's only 1,000. And so we try to assign people sections of the building, and something's not cleaned properly, they're going back and re-cleaning it. But at the end of the day, I tell them the pot only has 30% of the 10,000, so what's that, 3,300 or whatever. I'm not paying any more than that. They're going to have to fight for that 3,300 themselves. And then I always like to go back and find out how many hours it takes on these big jobs so that I can roughly schedule it for the next time that we're doing it. We have very detailed notes, especially on the schools that we've done every year, of how many hours it takes each year to do it, which crew is the most efficient, and things like that. Where was that crew out, outside, inside? or all outside, or whatever we're doing. And so I hope that helps, but it's always by the pane or by the piece. We fluctuate these numbers. If there's a lot of high windows and we're able to do the lower ones, maybe the lower windows are only water fed pole, the upper ones have to be steel wooled or whatever. We may even bump this up to 5, but at the end of the day, I'm not going over my payroll, which is 30% or 32% of it. Or sometimes the profitability is there, I would only pay 25% and leave a 5% as a bonus if they finish in a X amount of time. And then that's where the hours comes in. I'll use the hours and the window count and see what the average is, and whoever did the most, then they would get bonus that percent of the time and windows that they clean, kind of balance it out. They'll get a piece of that bonus. So this is for large commercial, by the piece, for window cleaning. Pressure washing would be a little bit different. You could do square footage, I guess, if you want to break it down. I would think it'd be a little bit harder to keep track of, or you could section areas off by technician. Hope this helps.